Good afternoon, YouTubers. My name is John, and you're watching the Mount Tammany Ridge channel. And I'm out here in one of our back pastures. And for a lot of you regular viewers, you may remember a few videos back, I had mentioned that we were going to have a project down here, putting in a 64-foot diameter round pen. And so I don't know how much you can see in the camera. Yesterday I had started cutting, some of the high spots away and depositing them down in the lower part of the arena. And it's kind of a shoestring budget kind of thing. So we're using a little bit of our material, a little bit of material that's been trucked in, so to try to keep the expenses down a bit. So today I'm expected to get maybe 2 or 3 triaxle loads of aggregate dropped off. It's kind of like, I'm not sure if it's like a recycled concrete or something like that. It's almost like stone dust, but it's more of a gray color. I was told that it is not stone dust for sure, so, but it's very, very similar. So we're going to be getting some of those loads in, and we're going to be bringing the grade up just shy of level, because we want this arena to have a slope to it for drainage purposes and things like that. So I apologize for not recording any of what I was doing yesterday, because there was a lot of numbers and figuring and head scratching as to how we wanted to go about it. So we broke out the Bosch level, laser level, and I don't use it very often, so it took a little bit of thumbing through the pages of the manual and trying to make sure that I was using it properly and things like that. So it got one of those things. So once we figured it out, I put the bucket in the ground, and I didn't pick my head up until about 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon. So so I'm gonna stop yammering for now. We're gonna get this machine running. The truck should be here with its first load shortly, and we'll have them dump it about the middle of the arena, maybe a little bit downhill of the middle of the arena, and we're gonna get to leveling this thing out. I'm gonna get to setting up this laser level. Now, I really don't know enough about the laser level to even bring you through that whole process. I might just kind of record from afar. I really don't have enough to say about it, because nothing that I know about it is earth-shattering or really going to be helpful to anybody. As I use it over multiple different projects, and I learn a little bit more about it, if I feel comfortable, then maybe I'll do a little tutorial sort of. But again, it's not going to be anything that you can't already find on YouTube. And probably anything you might find on YouTube at this point is probably going to have far better tutorial than I will. So let me stop yammering. I'm going to get back to it, and I'll see you guys shortly. we've got the base grade for the arena down. We established a slope from the high side down. I'd say it's probably a drop from the top base grade to down here where we built up. I'd say it's about a 3-inch drop altogether, maybe a little bit more. We do have a little bit of a low spot in the middle. I'm going to have to see if I can fix that. I don't know if they're going to bring more material or not. So, but so far so good. It's turned out pretty good. I'm happy with the results so far. Yeah, it was a little bit of a pain in the butt today. I think normally that low spot wouldn't be there for me if my machine was not acting up. So I have an auxiliary on the boom for attachments and things like that, and the female receptacle on there has gotten leaky. So I ended up getting a new one and putting it in. Now, instead of it leaking from the receptacle, now it's leaking from somewhere around the threads where the actual fixture is. So I don't know what the deal is with that. We've tried some pipe thread tape for petroleum products. Still have a little bit of a weep, and I'm getting air into the system, it seems like, because I get floppy bucket. And also the boom has a little bit of an air pocket in it as well, because it seems like it's in float function, even though it's not. And when you're trying to grade intentionally without the float function, it really makes it complicated to back drag and leave material where you want to leave material. So that's really why I have this low spot. So a little bit frustrating, but so we're going to bring this thing up to the house. We're going to tinker with it. I'm going to take off the old thread tape, put on more. I think maybe I didn't put enough. If any of you guys have any suggestions as to what it might be, other than maybe thread tape, it's a brand new, the O-rings are new. I made sure I got it on there nice and tight. I'm not really sure what's going on. So, but that's going to conclude today's video as far as this stage of the project. I believe somewhere around the end of next week, we can expect either more of this material getting delivered, depending on how things settle throughout the week, or we could just be getting the sand for the arena that we may be possibly either putting directly on top of this base, or we're going to put maybe some 3/4 crushed stone, and I'll track it into this stuff, and then put sand on top of it. Kind of on the fence about that idea, but ultimately I'm not the one paying for the project. I'm not the customer, so we're just going to kind of go with the flow, and whatever they want us to do, we'll do. But other than that, that's going to conclude today's video. Thank you very much for hanging out with me here on Mount Tammany Ridge. And we'll be seeing you soon enough. You guys have a good one this evening. If you care to, hit that subscribe button, the like, and comment down below about any questions you may have, or even advice you might have as far as the hydraulic situation I'm about to go address. Good evening, everybody. I'll see you on the next one.